This is a pretty recipe. It's really nice and spring-like, and it's just going to look gorgeous. It's great to do on one of those nights that you want to wow everybody. Maybe you're having company over, or you want to stay in on a dreary Saturday night instead of going out in the weather and make something special at home. It's a pasta dish with shrimp, asparagus, tomatoes. Again, you'd pay like 30 bucks, 25, 30 bucks per entree for this out at a restaurant. You can make it at home. I'm thinking 10, 12 bucks for this recipe. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop some angel hair pasta. And pasta is a great way to stretch your dollar, and you're going to, if we're going to splurge on a little bit of shrimp, it's a great way. We don't have to have all shrimp as the entree. We just need a little bit of shrimp. So we're using angel hair pasta, and Ann and I were just talking about our love for angel hair pasta. One of the things I like about it is it's really delicate, tender. It cooks up very, very quickly. So this whole recipe is going to take no time to throw together. And I really have a fondness for angel hair pasta.
It's heavenly.
It's heavenly, yes. I really do like it. And probably one of my favorite things about it is that it cooks in, way quicker than spaghetti, fettuccine, linguine, I should say. It's just really nice and delicate. So I'm going to salt my pasta water, and I don't want to overcook that. So Ann, you know me, I get talking.
What?
Yes, I know, and I forget, and I don't want to overcook the pasta. So a nice big skillet. I'm using a nonstick skillet in this case. And I've got about a pound of, I don't need the real big guys, peeled, uncooked shrimp. You could even do half or 3/4 of a pound. I love shrimp. And what I normally do is buy it when it goes on sale, those nice 2-pound bags of frozen shrimp, and then just keep them in those bags of shrimp on hand in my freezer. And then when we're feeling shrimp, or I want a really quick dinner fix, I just pull out a couple handfuls of the shrimp from the freezer, let it thaw out in the fridge all day while I'm at work, or sometimes you don't think about doing that, so I just run it under cold water. And there you go. So I think that's about plenty. We'll save the rest and cook it for a salad. So this is going to be a very quick cook. Season our shrimp with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to get to work on some of the other ingredients. Starting to smell really, really good. So I've got some asparagus here. And I'm just going to cut that into bite-sized pieces. Perfect. This is a very healthy dish, too. We are going to put a little bit of butter in there, but not a whole ton. Got some fresh garlic. Don't want to overcook my shrimp, so just want to give it a quick flip. Hey, book club coming up. I'm hoping you went out and got the book. Local author, and she's actually going to be at the book club meeting. We're meeting at La Java in Suamico on Monday, May 13th. Please give them a call to reserve your spot so that they've got plenty of snacks for all of us on hand. And the book is called Orphan Doors by B. Seidel. So go get it. You can get it at Amazon. You can actually buy it also at either one of the La Java locations. So please, come. It's going to be a ton of fun. Okay, at this point, I don't want to overcook the shrimp, so I'm going to take it out of the skillet. It's cooking very, very quickly. So this is sometimes what I'll do. Don't want that shrimp to get rubbery. Isn't it pretty? It's gorgeous. We've got those great shrimp drippings in there, too. So at this point, I'm going to add my asparagus. We'll put that shrimp back in just a minute. Okay, so I've got my asparagus, and there's the oil's already in there from the shrimp, so we may need a little bit more, but I think it's going to be looking really nice. I don't want to overcook the asparagus, though. I've got some lovely grape or cherry tomatoes, which is going to give this dish some really nice color. I'm just going to cut them in half. Throw some of those in there, along with the asparaguses. That's what we call them at home, just for fun. Pasta done, you think, Ann? Don't want to overcook it, so I am going to drain that. Let it hang out there for a minute. Cut up a couple more of these. Grape cherry tomatoes, or even just seeded diced tomatoes are going to work great. So we don't really need a whole ton of olive oil in here. I'm just going to do my fresh garlic. Give that a rough chop. Get that in there. Well, get in there, garlic. A little more salt and pepper. I've got some dry white wine that I'm going to add to give it some nice flavor. It'll start actually cooking those tomatoes, and then some fresh lemon juice too. So I'm going to get the shrimp back in at this point. How good does this smell, Ann? I know it. Shrimp and any of the juices that accumulated in that bowl. And then do the fresh lemon juice over the shrimp. Pardon me? The tomatoes are big. Ann's all excited. She says, I can pick out the tomatoes. But isn't this gorgeous? And it's a very light white wine sauce. I do just a little bit more of it. And at this point, once it gets simmering a little bit, just a second, I'm going to turn off the heat and whisk in some butter. And we did that on the show yesterday. That's going to be kind of the thickening agent of the sauce. I also have some fresh basil that I'm going to put in there at the very last minute. So I'm just going to give that a quick chop. Some pretty ribbons of basil. Okay, I think we are ready to get the show on the road. So at this point, the shrimp is cooked, the asparagus, the tomatoes looking lovely. I've got a tablespoon or two, and you could certainly omit this step if you don't want to do the butter. But what this is going to do is it's just going to thicken that sauce a little bit without adding heavy cream, and it's going to make it kind of cling to the noodles. But you can see it's still a very, very light lemon white wine sauce. As that butter's starting to melt and we've got it off the heat, can you see that sauce? How just that little bit of butter thickens it a bit. All right, take our hot pasta, which turned out perfectly. Throw it back into the dish. Just we're going to give it a quick toss. I know this just seems like a really fancy dish, but 11 minutes is how long it took to do this. And I probably could have done it even quicker if I weren't talking so much, huh? So I just want to coat the pasta with all that sauce in there. Get the shrimp and the asparagus around. Going to add our fresh basil. And there you go. Nice big mound of that pasta right there, and then take a spoon and get our shrimp and our sauce and our asparagus and all that other good stuff right over the top. I know, how good does this look? Ann says she'd even eat it. A little Parmesan cheese, that's optional. You don't need it, but hey, why not? And then we'll do a little bit of fresh basil on the top too. So there you go, shrimp with asparagus and pasta, a restaurant-inspired dish that you can make at home for a whole lot less and really wow your family, your friends. Recipes on the website. You can also pick it up at any area Festival Foods.